Hi, friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brandy, and I am the owner and creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique. And today we are going to be making this super cute V-split. We're going to be using lots of glitter, some foils, and some water slides for our decal. This was actually a cup that was made for a challenge in my Made by Manny and Mal Elite group. So if you guys are looking to get some great support or further your business, definitely check this group out. But without any further delay, we are going to jump right into this tutorial. Please sit back, enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future tutorials. Now, to start, we are going to create our template for our V-split. The way I'm doing this is I'm using regular computer paper. I'm folding the top corner in until it meets the other edge of the paper. You'll see that it leaves probably about a 2-inch thick excess at the bottom. I just use my paper cut to cut that off. And then right down the center where our fold line is, I'm using that to cut it in half. This fits perfectly around a 20-ounce skinny straight from Craft Haven. And then we're just going to tape that bad boy on. From here, what you see me doing now is I'm adding 1-inch thick painter's tape just to the edge of the outside of the computer paper. I hope that makes sense. But what we're doing is we're using the tape to outline where the computer paper is, because this is going to serve as our area that we are going to put our double-sided adhesive and our foil. I'm going to cut the excess of the painter's tape because I want really clean, crisp lines with this. And then from there, we're going to go right into getting it ready. Now, you'll have to excuse me. I did miss recording the spray paint. But if you need help with Ombré V-Split spray paint, the video I did last week has footage there. So I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to go and check that out. But what we're going to be using is you're going to need a makeup brush. You're also going to want glitter glue. I am using the glitter glue from Crystalac. It is my absolute favorite. And then I am using 2 different cuts of the same or somewhat same color to create my ombre effect. But before we do that, I'm going to make sure that I get this Crystalac glitter glue spread nice and even all over my tumbler. From there, we're going to begin our ombre. So we're not going to go very heavy-handed. I'm holding my glitter shaker probably about 8 inches above my actual tumbler, and I am going in with my chunkiest cuts. This is just going to help us create some dimension and lay down the path for our ombre. Now, the colors that I am using today are going to be Spyro, which is my chunkier cut of the purple from the Glitter Guy, and Bruno, which is going to be my chunkier cut of the green from the Glitter Guy as well. Then I'm going to follow with Periwinkle, which is a finer cut from the Glitter Guy, and Undercover Moss, which is a finer cut green from the Glitter Guy. And we're just going to very lightly go back and forth. You'll notice that I'm tilting my cup up and down so that the glitter falls into the other colors. This is going to help create the ombre effect and the blend that we are looking for. And man, oh man, let me tell you, wait till you see when it's done. These colors blended so beautifully together. I was so happy with how it turned out. But you're just going to want to go back and forth until you get full coverage and have the blend that you're looking for. Also, do not forget to get the butt of your cup. I tend to forget it sometimes. From there, we're going to remove our computer paper. We still have our painter's tape on, but we're going to the top portion of our cup. So where our main V is and where our decal is going to go. You're going to want to make sure that you spread this on nice and even. This way there aren't big clumps or chunks. But I'm also going to glitter it with Brilliant from Recollections. I got this at Michael's eons ago. It was one of my first white glitters, and I am still in love with it to this day. From there, we're going to cut 1-inch strips of our double-sided adhesive. I'm using the double-sided adhesive from Dancing Bear tumblers. You can also get really, really great double-sided adhesive from Southern Belle Glitter, or you can use the tapes that you can find at Michael's or Walmart. Those will work just as well. And this brings us to the point where we are going to get ready to start applying our glitter. I am cutting off any excess just because I don't want my foil to go into the glitter portions of this. This foil, friends, oh my gosh. It is one of my favorites. It is Dolly from Southern Belle Glitter. And I'll tell you, if you guys aren't following Dixie Darlin, Kelly she is the one that turned me on to this. But it is such a beautiful gold and silver leopard print. And we're just going to very, very simply put our foil onto our double-sided adhesive and use a popsicle stick, or you can use a varnishing tool. That way you get it all put on there all nice and neat. From there, we're going to go in with our first layer of epoxy. I'm using roughly about 20 milliliters, and we're just going to make sure that we've got good, nice, even coverage all over our cup and the bottom of our cup. Pay special close attention to your glitter areas. Glitter does tend to soak up epoxy, so you may need to put a little bit more in those areas just so that it doesn't soak up all your epoxy and you have a nice smooth finish when you're done. If you don't, just go back in with a second layer and you should be good to go. From here, I'm going to use my kitchen torch. I'm going to really, really quickly swipe it over and make sure I pop all those bubbles. Now, time for the decal. You guys already know I am obsessed with Creative Fabrica. So I went on to Creative Fabrica and I searched mom bun images. From there, that is how I got my decal. I downloaded it, and you'll see here where I clearly forgot the name of the image. So just remember the name of your image. This way it's easy to locate in your downloads. But I kept looking for mom bun. It was not. It was under leopard. So once I was able to get the name right, I was able to locate the decal that I was using. And then I was able to upload it into Procreate. Now, the reason that I uploaded it into Procreate is because I wanted to add wording. So in this case, the cup I was making for said she was a boy mom. So I went into Procreate, found a font that I really, really liked, and I put in #boymom. This way it was more personalized towards the person that I was gifting this to. And you'll see it took me a minute to find the font that I wanted, but once I got that all situated, we were good to go. So I just added that text. And then from there, you'll see that I go into where the little wrench is up top, and I export that image. And I export it as a PNG because I am going to want to print cut. Oh, also make sure that you remove the background color. That way you have a transparent background. Once that's done, we're going to hop over to Design Space and for our Cricut. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this in Silhouette, but I know there are tons of videos out there. So if you do have a Silhouette, I would definitely encourage you to check those out. I am sure that they are very, very helpful. But from here, we are going to upload it and we are going to bring it into our Cricut. We're going to do it as a print and cut so that way we can use it on our water slide. And then we are going to size it whichever size you want to size it. I think I did this one about 3.5 by 3 inches. And then we printed it out. I got it all sealed on my water slide. And now we're ready to go in and apply it to our tumbler. So from here, what I'm doing is I am simply cutting out the image. I'm cutting it as close to the actual picture as I can. Just that way there's not a whole lot of excess that we're having to deal with or worry about. And then we're just going to put it into our water. I'll tell you guys, I'm sure there's a lot of debate on hot water, room temperature, cold water. I have tried all of them. I am not convinced that there is a major difference with any type of water that you are using. Your water slide's going to be ready when your water slide's going to be ready. And you'll know that because it will slide off the back of the paper pretty easily. And then it will just let you slide it right on to your tumbler like you see here. I just was so obsessed with this. The person I was making for the cup for was mentioned that she really loved leopard. So I saw this one. I was like, yes, I've got to use this one. So I can't wait to see what she thinks of it when she gets it in the mail. But from there, we're just going to use our silicone brush. We're going to squeegee out any excess water, anything like that, and let our water slide dry. I did let it dry overnight. However, you do not have to wait that long. From there, I simply went in with my final 2 coats of epoxy. And you'll have to excuse me again. I did add striping to the V-split. I used nail tape from PDB, and I forgot to record it. But I went in with my final 2 coats of epoxy, made sure that it was nice and smooth and even, and then I popped my bubbles with my kitchen torch, and this beauty was done. I got to ship her out, and I cannot wait to hear what my partner in this exchange thinks of this cup, but I am absolutely obsessed with it. I love how it turned out. So I would love to hear what you all think. Please drop it in the comments. And also, if you guys would be so kind as to follow me on social, and if you do decide to recreate this, I would love you to tag me so that I can see it. Until next time, friends.